This is the future.
During my early days in Warframe, there are a couple of players who suggested that I step away from Valkyr as she is not that good. That was the time when Digital Extremes nerf Infinite Hysteria, that gives her immortality and you don't need to switch back from normal mode just to get energy from mods like Hunter Adrenaline or Rage. It was year 2017, and if you were to compare Valkyr from the likes of Excalibur, you will see a big difference also in their exalted power. Excalibur's Chromatic Blade Augment gives a big boost in status, making his exalted melee weapon strong. Even Wukong's Iron Staff in the past was super busted, that it can deal massive red crit, and when I say massive, we are talking millions of red crit damage. Valkyr was not that strong compared to those two exalted wielders, and she became more neglected when Brooks Augment came, which made the passive monk into an airbending demon. But, you can't say that Valkyr is weak right now. She never received a decent rework, or a buff to her kit. But with the recent addition to Warframe, she has become one of the strongest Warframes I can recommend, especially in Steel Path Survival Void Fisher. Now, Valkyr was nerfed indirectly due to the transference delay on Operator, but right now, the Giga Chad Valkyr is back. Okay, let me elaborate. Valkyr can one-shot everything right now with her talons, and also, she can avoid all damages, and status, especially from those pesky Eximus units in Steel Path levels. And the best part is, you can keep Hysteria active all the time, and it doesn't require you to switch back from normal mode to regain energy from the likes of the Rage mod. Simply because we have the arcane called Emergence Dissipate right now for Operator that grants 10 energy per enemy hit. For those who don't know, this is an arcane enhancement for the Operator that allows Void Sling to be cancelled via the fire button, causing the endpoint to dissipate within 10 meters. Enemies hit by the dissipation spawn energy mote pickups, and this is very useful in Steel Path levels since we got lots of enemy spawn. All you need to do is go out into your Operator, perform the Void Sling cancel, and then go back to your Warframe to gather the energy. Rinse and repeat until your energy is full and get back to slaughtering enemies with your claws. The best part about this is that, you don't need to deactivate Hysteria, making you invulnerable to all enemy attacks and status. Now, in terms of one-shot prowess, Valkyr's Claw can one-shot everything using the spin attack with the right mod setup and, with the help of the Unaru Focus that allows you to remove all armor of enemies with Caustic Strike, and all shields with Magnetic Flare. The idea is, to cast the Unaru skills, and then spin or slide attack them to death with your claws. Even the Acolytes can be one-shot with Valkyr's Claw when you remove their armor with Unaru's Caustic Strike. Honestly, this is a boring build for Valkyr since you don't need to press a lot of button, but boring in Warframe means that this is meta and the most powerful build for a Warframe that you can take in level cap. Speaking of build, you don't exactly need Umbra mods on this, but I just put both Umbral Fiber and Umbrella Intensify to get more power strength for the Eclipse subsumability. Since we don't need any survivability as we will just depend on Hysteria's invulnerability, it is wise to put more damage on the Warframe's Claw, and one way to boost it is by adding Eclipse in your build. Also, Eternal War is not necessary, and you can equip other mods on this, especially if you are running Arcane Strike in your Valkyr. The best in slot for this build are the Gladiator mod and the Duration mods. The Gladiator Resolve will be a key component in increasing your critical chance up to red crit numbers, while both Narrow-Minded and Primed Continuity will lower to energy consumption of Hysteria. Now, to get red crit, you must also have Sacrificial Steel in your Valkyr build. For maximum damage, you can put more critical damage and elemental mods. Why Corrosive Squad Leader? Because you can apply Viral with your Primer Gun, and, if you are using a Primer Gun, then you can switch Primed Pressure Point to Condition Overload, but, it's not necessary because enemies will get one shot anyway when you take away their armor and shield with Unaru, and slide attack them with your claws. If you don't use any Primer Gun, then you can switch to Viral by removing Shocking Touch, and adding Northwind on this build. To complete the red crit, you must use a stat stick with all the Gladiator mods. Any melee weapon would do, just don't forget to add all Gladiator mods in here. Once you get to 12 times combo with your Exalted Claws, all attacks will turn to red crit, and you don't need to build up the combo of your melee first. Just a quick heads up though, there are times wherein the Gladiator mod set are bugged, and instead of getting red crit, you will just see orange and yellow crit. Best that you turn off your hysteria first and then activate it, or you can use melee guidance in your Valkyr build to negate this bug. Overall, Valkyr right now is the easiest Warframe to use in Steel Path level survival, especially if you are farming relics and Steel Essence at the same time. Just be careful of the trade ban though, as it's still present in the game once you get tons of prime parts from the Steel Path Void Fisher mission. That's all about it for this build. I will give you more updated builds that you can enjoy in level caps, so stick around and I hope you will enjoy the content. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.